This segment is sponsored by Winslow, McCurry and MacCormac.
We're joined today by Brandon Nexsen. He's a partner with Winslow, McCurry and MacCormac. Brandon, it's wonderful to see you.
Hi, Jessica. Good to see you too.
We're talking today about the 3 things that you should consider should you find yourself served with a civil lawsuit.
So, yes, Jessica, the first thing that you're going to find if you're served with a civil lawsuit is you're either going to get it posted on your front door or a sheriff is actually going to show up, knock, and hand you something. So the first thing you want to do is determine where the lawsuit is. So the paperwork is going to say which jurisdiction, if it's going to be Henrico, Chesterfield, Richmond, and it's going to have the party names on the lawsuit. So you need to, first thing to do is read it. See who's suing you, what amount they're suing you for, and that will tell you what court you're in. So there are 3 different courts in Virginia. There's going to be small claims court if it's under $5,000. There's going to be general district court if it's under $25,000, and then anything above $25,000 would be circuit court. So as soon as you get that paperwork, read it, see where it is, see when the court date is. And from there, my advice would be try to contact an attorney, try to get a phone call, try to get a Zoom meeting at this time, talk through your options with that attorney, because you're either going to need to show up to a court date, usually within the month, or you're going to need an attorney to respond to the suit. So when it's one of those larger suits in circuit court, you're generally going to have 21 days to file a written response, and that needs to be done by an attorney signing off on a pleading. So my best advice is to contact an attorney as quickly as possible, even if you're not planning on hiring one. You want to talk through the process with them. And if you do end up retaining someone, you want to do that as soon as possible. And the third and probably most important thing is when you see when the court date is, you see where the court date is, make sure you show up to that court date. Don't just ignore it. Ignoring it is the worst thing you can do, because if you don't show up and the plaintiff does, they're going to get a default judgment against you. And those can be very difficult, if not impossible, to get undone. So just make sure you see date, time, location, and make sure you show up for that initial court date.
Very sound advice. 3 important steps to take should you find yourself served with that civil lawsuit. Brandon, thank you so much for the insight.
Thank you, Jessica.
Absolutely. We'll share information so folks know who to connect with.
Thanks.
Winslow, McCurry and MacCormac, PLLC, is located at 1324 Sycamore Square in Midlothian. You can give them a call at 804-423-1382. Visit them online at WMMlegal.com. And you can find them on Facebook.com/WMMlegal.